Coach Andrew Coach, bring you a crazy episode today. We're going to do an unboxing of something that we just got. We went to DEADZONE. We weren't sure about this one, but we did a demo game, and we met the head of Mantic there, and we went over it, and we really love this game. So, DEADZONE, what do you think?
I'm speechless.
You're speechless? Okay, well, we did a demo game like we said, and it's really cool, it's really easy, and there's a lot of cool stuff in it, and it comes with terrain and a mat and everything, so we're going to go over that right now. So, stay tuned.
Okay guys, so this is the mat for DEADZONE. Very, very nice.
Well, what's cool about it, first things first, is other than the cool stuff you're going to talk about later, it's a 2x2 mat is what you play the game on. And the whole mat itself, these grids are 3x3 grids, and everything is a 3x3 grid. We'll show you later with the terrain. But when you move, if you move 1, 2, or 3, you move 1, 2, or 3 grids.
And basically, it's basically like a mouse pad. To be honest, that's what it is. So like the guy that was at the Mantic is basically, see on the bottom, if you like really like scrunch it up a lot, it's like
boom.
Boom, it's fine. I mean, it's like nothing even happened to it. It's like you didn't even do anything to it. I like this mat, and it's so cool that it came with a mat and terrain. I mean, I think that's my favorite part about this. My most favorite part about this box set altogether.
Check out this rule book. It is in full color. All the rules are in here. Everything you need to go with, all the points and whatnot are in here. Here's the thing. It's full color, awesome art. So you got great artwork. You got the minis painted up awesomely. Here's your fluff about it, and here's all the rules. Okay, beautiful. I love the pictures. I love the paintings, and it's very, very descriptive. Helps you set up. Tells you what everything is, how to use the cards, how to use the different actions and whatnot. And it's great. It shows you about how to do the terrain, measuring the distance and stuff, line of sight. So everything you need to play the game is in here. It's an awesome full color book. You know, gives you game rules, campaign rules, your battle zone guide. It even gives you a few deployments and how to set up your terrain at the very beginning. So if you're not too keen on where to put the terrain or how to do terrain, it's all in here. And I think this is a really good book that came with it, with fluff and everything in here. It's a little bit bigger.
And it's good because, like, 40K comes with a small rulebook. This is like a big rulebook that is actually in color, and it comes with nice stuff in it.
Well, now the only thing I'm going to disagree with you there. I really like the book the way it is, but the mini rulebook, it fits in your bag, and this is kind of big. So although it's really nice, it's not that thick.
So I just think it's like a lot cooler, you know.
It is cooler, but as far as traveling, when you go to the game store,
I understand.
You know, the little rulebook is good, but actually, it's not too bad. You can slip it in back of one of your battle bags and take it on with you. But I really like the way they did the book.
Alright guys, so here's the dice, some cards. So these are the Enforcer cards. These are the Plague cards. Now, we got stat cards, which is basically your stats. It tells you about the guy, their abilities, and, you know, stuff like that. Here we got the battle cards, which is different abilities that you could use in the game anytime. And then these are missions, which are secret to your enemy, so your enemy does not know what your mission would be.
So that's kind of cool. It gives a little dimension to the game where you have a mission and your opponent doesn't know what it is, and you have like this secret mission that you have to go on. So you might have to not kill somebody, and it changes the rules a bit. What I like here is that they're giving you every card for every guy that you get. So if you get an expansion pack, the cards are already in here. So you could look at a guy, let's just say for argument's sake, the Plague Stage 3A, 6 points, he's a trooper. Now say this didn't come in the box set, but I want to actually purchase him later. I already have his stats right here. So you can actually play test different models that didn't come in the starter set, and you can, you know, try them out and see if you want to purchase them later on.
Like these guys, like this guy, the Plague Swarm, doesn't come in the starter set. So
it does come in the expansion set.
But it does come in the expansion set, right.
What about the dice?
Dice, only 4 dice, white, pretty self-explanatory.
Right, and it's 8-sided. So this game is based on an 8-sided dice, not on the regular 6-sided dice. So It comes with 4 in there.
And it also comes with enforcer cards and play cards.
Right, and the enforcer cards are basically all the same thing as the play cards. This is your stat. This is your codex. That's your army book. So you're going to need those. Really important to have those in the game. All right, so here's a really cool aspect of the game that comes in the starter box. It's all about terrain. It's all modular. So these are the connectors. So we'll put them aside. That's how you build the stuff. But here, look at this. Everything is like a 3x3 square. All right. So when you set up the game, not only can you go in a square 3 inches this way, but also when you build up to terrain, it goes up. So you can build towers and skyscrapers. You can go to town. And then this is really cool. They got these little, I don't know, ammo crates or something like this, and light posts and things like that. So it's very cool. So you get 2 of these, get 2 of these crates, 2 of these door scientific door type things with the roofs on them, and then you got some ruins here, some extra ruins, and just some more pieces. So what's really cool is you can make a few things in every game. It'll be different, right? Like you could set up something and we'll come down and play. I could set up something, it'll be totally different. We can have 3 towers or everything on the floor, make a maze, or just the possibilities are endless. And why don't you show them what we got? We got a special thing because we went to Adepticon. We bought the starter set. Check it out. They threw in a whole bunch of stuff. So more ruins, and
here.
more just more stuff. So we got tons and tons of things. We could fill up this whole board probably, which is very cool.
Now also I like here that if you build a tower, these things could be like a bridge. So like if you have one tower here and there's a space here, you could put one of these here so that you could go across, and then another tower here.
Right. So you can make ramps. You can make, it's just endless. So it's almost like, this is like actually kind of like a Lego set, really.
Basically,
when you think about
I mean, take it apart, build it again, basically.
Right. So I was thinking we'll put some stuff here. And now what's very important in this game is line of sight. So if you look here, you put these 2 doohickeys together, like ruins or some kind of ammo pile or something that was blasted, and you put it all over the battlefield, and you guys can kind of hide behind it. So you're giving cover as per the game. When you're in cover, you have less of a chance of getting hit, and it reduces the dice roll. So this is great, man. It just comes with super cool terrain that you can build, paint it up any way you want, and I like it. It's not all ruined. So if you see here, this stuff is pretty much put together, so we could paint it up like it's 100%. This stuff is all messed up, like it was maybe plasma burnt or something like that. Kind of like, this reminds me of Aliens when they get hit and the acid goes through the bottom. So I really like this stuff. I think it's going to be great. It's going to look great on the table.
Now that's another thing that what you just said. Like when the acid goes through the bottom, it would be like awesome to have this as a floor piece. Like, a tower, and then that's a floor piece. And then, you got to walk around it to be careful or something.
Well, when we were doing a demo, though, he told us not to use it as a floor piece because you're going to use this here, so you could build it up, and it gives you extra towers. So this is already a cool base as it is. So, maybe we could put it here in the rubble and then build it up that way. Or if we have an extra piece, we could just use it on the floor, like you were saying. Maybe put some slime in it or something, make a diorama. But
and also you could do some like slime effects with the ruins or blood everywhere. That's another cool thing. You could do whatever you want with the terrain. That's a really cool part about this.
Yeah, there's some ruins and some that are not ruins, so we could paint them up really nice, and then maybe certain parts, you walk into it and you could tell something terrible has happened. So yeah, I really enjoying this as a painter and a hobbyist. This is kind of getting the creative juices flowing. I can't wait to paint it up and get it going, right?
Right.
The game comes with these little counters. They came in a sheet. We're going to probably break them up and put them in a little storage box that, a lot of guys have with X-Wing. They put these little compartments in there. We're going to probably go to Harbor Freight, get a few of them. So you separate them, so during the game you can just swipe them real quick.
Yeah, like at Harbor Freight they have the ones for the screws. This is a good way to organize it.
Correct, and then it'd be good because you could probably fit that into the battle bag. Pretty cool. There's all different things here that you're going to need in the game. I really like this because, let's say for argument's sake, that you're going to get hurt. So they have a little counter here that shows that you're injured, and you put this next to the model. Here is, I think he's suppressed, and they're all different things, different type of mutations and stuff for the missions and whatnot. And everything obviously means something in the game. Here's your counter. And what I like about it is when you put it next to your mini on the table, you don't forget. So, you know, these, instead of putting a dice next to it, you could use one of these cool little counters that they got. They're all two-sided. They got something different on each side. But I really like the way they look. What do you think about it?
I think it's really cool. I like the blood. That's a cool thing.
But you don't like the blood because that's what you don't want on your character.
Yeah,
you want to give it to
Well, it's a cool counter, but
right.
You know, we got, it looks like a canister or something.
And here's the health, and you know, I think this is for the virus strain. This is part of the missions that you would put in there. Also, yeah, this is pretty cool. These are different mutations that the plague has. So you know, you use that, and you know, different virus strains and whatnot. They're all different.
Yeah, they're all different, which makes it cooler. Like something happens to you.
Yeah. So this is a nice little aspect to the game. Something cool to have, and actually, it's the artwork on it's really cool. I like the way it looks.
Yeah, I like it too. And then on the other side is the other, you know, the other side of the tokens.
Right. So when you flip them over,
this one's the same thing. You know, other mutations here.
And these are, I think, the active, or this is when he's on Overwatch or something like that. So very cool counters. You know, different aspect to the game. A little bit different in other games, but I really like it. And these are for the ammo crates. These are things in the crates that you get, the special.
Alright guys, so here's the minis, bases, big bases.
Right, and now, why they're in the bags. Very important. My main man Ronnie over at Mantic Games was giving us a demonstration. And what he said was, keep the minis in the bags, because when you open them, the parts are going to go to these guys. So he said, don't open them all up and then put them together, because they're going to go all over the place. So what happens is, the minis in this bag will go to the guys in this bag. The minis in this bag will go to the guys in this bag, so on and so forth. So I didn't want to open them yet until we're ready to glue them together and get it going. So just, that's what it is. If you want to see the what the minis look like, go to Mantic.com or ManticGames.com. We'll have a link below. But these are the minis. So you can see, like, this guy's like a level 1 play guy, and he's awesome. And the sculpts are awesome. So one of the things that drew us to the game when you walk by is the minis were so beautiful. But can't see them right now because we didn't do them yet. But in our battle reports, we'll do some showcases, and we'll just kind of go, you know, you'll see the minis then. But right now, just go to ManticGames.com and you'll see the minis. But what do you think about the minis? I mean,
I think they're really nice.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like on the box, it showed the sniper guy. I think that's him right there.
Yeah, the sniper guy is my favorite out of all.
He's cool. There's that big guy here. You know, and also I want to mention that on the models, there's a small base that you have to stick onto the big base. So, I mean,
that's no big deal.
Yeah, it's no big deal, you know.
Yeah, we got to think about, maybe you might even change the bases up a little bit to maybe look like the environment that they're in, you know. But other than that, you got to be careful, because this game, line of sight's so important. So if they see, even if they see the barrel of the guy's gun, you could actually shoot him. So,
but he has a cover save.
Right, but the thing is that, so if you're hiding behind something and we make the base too high, we put too much stuff on the base, it's going to affect the game a lot, because line of sight is the most important thing in this game. It's the paramount rule in this game. So even if you see like the top of his head, like the tippy top, you could actually shoot him. So
that's another cool thing about this game.
Yeah, that's another cool thing about this game. So this is some of the stuff that they got. The models are awesome. Sorry guys, we don't want to open them up. We don't want to mess them up, but that's what you're getting in the box. Okay guys, so basically that's the contents of the book, the awesome mat and all that jazz in it. I gotta say, when we went to Adepticon, we weren't really looking for Dead Zone. And we got there, we did the test, and we had to buy it. So we got awesome deals. Ronnie hooked us up from Mantic, hooked us up big time. What do you think about the box set? What's your overall opinion about everything?
I love the models. Really, I love the models. You know, everything's cool. You know, basically this box set hooks you up like really good. You know, terrain, mat, models, dice, rulebook. You know,
Everything you need.
Everything you need, basically.
And you know what's cool is when we were there, basically we could have just bought this and we would have been done. But you can buy their other army factions. There are other additions to the game.
There's boosters, like specialist boosters or support boosters.
And also you can buy more terrain. But it's on a 2x2 mat with the terrain we got plus the extra, you know, if we're going to, we bought it that day. So he was like, oh, we're going to give you a bunch of extra terrain. They had a bunch of sprues that they gave us. And we could basically fill this whole mat up.
Basically.
I think we could fill the whole table up. And, you know, what you could do is, if someone else has a starter set, you put two together and you get to work. And, you know, our guys, our gaming group went down, our WGC East guys went down. We got 3 mats, we got 2 starter sets, a bunch of extra terrain, and also one of the guys bought another thing of terrain. So we got a ton of stuff. So, I don't know, we can put 3 mats together, we can go nuts. It's going to be crazy.
Insane.
So what we like to do is, well, before we do that, is there anything that you think that this box set, to be better, what do you think they should add or subtract, or what do you think?
I mean, it's hard to say because it's cool overall. I mean,
well, 2 things I'd have to say. They gave us 6 dice, maybe a few extra dice. That would be a thing, because if you get a really big game going, you might need some extra dice, or maybe 2 colors, 2 colored dice, you know, 1 for each faction.
Yeah, that's one thing. Instead of just white and more dice, like maybe like 10, 12 maybe.
Yeah, maybe 12, 6 each, red and blue or white and green, whatever. Just, you know, something.
Or yeah,
different.
Red and blue, because the enforcers would be the blue, and then.
Well, they don't have to be the blue because you can paint them up any way you want. So.
Well, yeah.
I'm thinking kind of an orangey.
Something really different.
Yeah, something different. The plague, I don't know. We can figure it out together. My only other critique, I think, that would be really make this perfect is directions how to put together the models.
Yeah, that's.
So what we're going to have to do is, like Ronnie told us, keep them in the bags, but when we put them together, we're going to have to dry fit them first and then glue them together, because we want to make sure everything fits. Because I've known in the past, sometimes you make a model and the arm fits here and it really goes on another guy, but it fits. Then when it goes to the other guy, you put the other guy's arm on. Yeah, so it's kind of like, you know, he's like this and it doesn't make sense, and you got to rip it off.
I don't know. I
don't know. He's got 3 left arms. I don't understand. But other than that, everything is great. Everything is great. The mat, the models, the rules, everything. So stay tuned. We're going to be doing some battle reports of Dead Zone battle reports. We're going to hook up all the terrain. We're going to make it cool. We don't have to do a table because it already comes with one. So
play it on like the counter, or
the
your
kitchen table.
Counter,
yeah,
kitchen table.
And it's a small thing. We're really looking forward to it. Rules are simple, but if you see, it's kind of like an onion, because on the surface it looks like the rules are very easy, but when you get to the nitty-gritty, it's very, very tactical, and where you position your models are very important. When you use your cards are important. So that's where the layers of the extra awesomeness comes in with this game. So what do you think? Thumbs up?
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Family Gamers, double thumbs up. We'll give it 5 to 25,000 stars or whatever. So let's take us out of here.
Alright guys, so if you liked the video, please like, and if you have any questions, comment below about anything about this set. And also, please subscribe. So we'll see you War Gamers later.